Hello everyone and welcome to another video on this channel for me today on F125. So, doing the first race at Mexico, and as you can see by the title, you see the most DNFs I've ever seen in not just open lobbies but in any race. So start off with Mexico, apart from those two jumping the start, a little bit of chaos at the front, trying to be careful, and then I got front wing damage. So trying to be careful, and then that's what happens every time I do simulation damage. But luckily, I didn't give up. So there is some long straights, and there is some corners are a bit downforce. Going through the first few corners now, just avoiding the chaos. Luckily, not too bad at all. Managed to do a switchback. Got a legal overtake. Was a bit harsh there, but I don't. It's just what it is. So luckily, that penalty got removed the time I got to this bit, and I managed to gain a few places, and then front wings are flying everywhere. Then I got more damage, but luckily it's not red because that would have been worse, but it's still okay for now. So coming towards this bit, just trying to be careful a little bit through this middle part of the layout, and then luckily I managed to get a switch back from this Sauber, so very nicely. So now I've got to try and catch up to the others. And then some of the guys are, well, I'm almost crashing into that McLaren there, but luckily I managed to avoid it. And then come towards this bit, just trying to be careful at the last corner, at the end of the first lap. And then that was it. So yeah, so not too bad. So now I've got to try and get past these guys. But luckily I managed to get the nice toe, double toe. And then I'm using a bit of EOS to get past these two. And then down towards turn 1. And there's kind of an accident behind me, but luckily I managed to avoid it. So that was very lucky with that. So not too bad. Now I've got to try and push and catch up to the first three. And see how it goes from there. Saving the EOS through this part. Kind of it's kind of like another stadium section through here. Through this bit. So yeah, got past, not too bad through there. So just trying to, well, I managed to cut up to this person right here who's got disconnected. Almost crashed into him. So not sure what happened there, but that was a little bit of glitch there, but not sure what happened there. So it's kind of cost me a little bit of time. But luckily, by the time I got to the stadium section, I managed to do a dummy on the inside. And that got me into P3. And then they got a DNF, this guy right here, at the last corner. So that puts me to P2. So I was like, alright, I'll take that. Not too bad. Managed to set the fast up of the race. Well, I got held up a little bit from the Haas, but luckily I got past him eventually. So now I've got to try and catch up to the leader, who's literally, well, he's kind of like, I can see him up the road, just onto that straight right now, and I'm at turn 3. So only 3 seconds up the road. And he's got a 2-second penalty as well, so all I need to do is gain a second, and I should have this race in the bag. As long as he doesn't brake test me or something, I don't know, something like that. But and then the time I got to down towards turn 7, I managed to gain half a second through there. And then this bit is where that's where I lost a little bit of time because of the damage. Because what happened on the first lap. Luckily, when I went through here, I managed to gain a second through here. So, I think he's got more damage than I have. So, I guess he has no front wing at all. So, because I managed to caught him up so quickly. So, I was quite surprised. And I got into the DOS zone until I got to the last corner. And then onto the straight now, using all the battery with DRS, of course. Set the quickest time, and then I decided to go to the NEF. So he's going to offensive. Luckily, he didn't take me out, so that was good news on my side. So all I have to do now is try and push a little bit and try and get out of the DRS zone, and hopefully try get a 2-second gap. Well, try and get a 2-second gap just in case anything goes wrong. So So yeah, so I managed to pull away from the P2 guy who has no front wing at all. Luckily I managed to do that. So yeah, so not bad. And then on to the middle sector now, and pulling away nicely from the guys behind. So about 2 seconds now from the guy in P2, so not too bad. Yeah, through there very nicely. Well, not as the way I wanted because of the damage and all that, but it's okay. So through the stadium section now, at the end of the lap, all I've got to do is just bring it home and hopefully, in case nothing happens along the way, like any dramas along the way. So not too bad. So yeah, so just crossing the line now for the final lap now of this race. So just trying to bring it home. Like I've got a massive gap behind me, so I can just do another Sunday drive again. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to hear every time I do this. Through the first few corners again, not too bad at all. Everything's fine. So taking it calm through there, not taking a risk and all that. And then someone set the fast lap of the race again. So everyone keeps stealing my fastest lap every single time. I don't know why, but it's what it is. So I'm not complaining about it, but I just want to bring it home anyway and see what happens. Then through the middle sector now, come towards through here, come towards this bit. Got a penalty in a strange way, but not sure why. Maybe because of track limits or something. But I didn't see I had a track limit warning, so maybe I've gone off maybe a circuit a few times, and then that's what happened. But it's what it is, so I'm okay with that. So yeah, so come towards the 9, first victory of the day. I'll take it.
I think it's all over. It is now.
So yeah, wasn't too bad, apart from getting damage at the start, but it's what it is. But not too bad, but I'll take it. There is some DNS in there, up to about P8, so from last. So loads of DNS in that one. So yeah, in this one, so I'll take it from where I started. So let's move on to Baku now for race 2. This one was quite easy. This one was quite easy for me. Starting from pole position, no surprise. And then I had a good start. Got to turn 1. Managed to survive turn 1. Very nicely through there. To survive turn 2. And just about scraped a little bit of the wall, but lucky, no damage for that. So I'll take it. So as I come towards turn 3, as you can see on the screen there's like so many guys has been out of the session and been crashing and all that. So yeah, got so many DNFs in the first few corners. So I'm not sure what's going on here. And as I come towards, before this castle section, there was like so many DNFs and all that. And then it was like there's like 13 DNFs by the time I got to the castle section. So I don't know what's going on behind me. And I managed to get a really nice gap from P2. About 8-second lead now. By the time I got to the next corner. Well, towards this tricky corner right here. So I managed to pull a 10-second gap by the time I got to the last corner. So I don't know what's going on here. There was like so many crashes behind me. So many DNS. So many incidents behind me. And I was the only one managed to clear away. So that was what I wasn't expecting around Baku. But as I come towards the end of the lap 2, and lap later, I got another few DNFs. Set the fast lap of the race. Just there. And as I come towards, this bit here, this Fry, I'm not sure what he was doing there, in the middle of the road. I was worried he was going to crash into me when I'll take the normal racing line. So I had to back out a little bit, just to make sure, because I don't want to get damaged, because I know downforce is important. So yeah, so managed to get past this Ferrari, and managed to escape. So luckily, it's all good now. So yeah, so And then, as we skip on to the last lap of the race, at the end of the race now, there's literally 2 people running in this race. So I don't know what's going on in this race. I think that's the easiest win I ever had. And easiest first to first in this one.
I think it's all over. It is now.
Yeah, it looks like it's definitely over for some people, including the P2 guy who's literally a minute behind me. So, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, he started 18th on the grid and he managed to survive all that pack. And I managed to go through it. If he looks down the order, I'm checking the leaderboard, it turns out there's so many DNFs in this race. This might be the most DNFs I have seen in this race. 18 DNFs in that one. That's quite surprising on my side. So yeah, so that was Baku. That was quite an easy win I ever had in the simulation damage. It's still simulation damage, so still damage is on and all that. So we move on to Brazil now for race 3, the final race of this 5th node. Got an okay start, starting in P3 I think it was. And then this Ferrari, well, he almost pushed me off the road, but luckily I managed to back out of it, because that would have been worse on, well, for both of us. So managed to cut this Ferrari very quickly, and he's not sure what he's doing. He's kind of like weaving over the place. So I decided to get him at the next corner, this one right here, brake as late as I can, get to the inside, and get the lead. So that was my plan, and yeah, very nicely. So I managed to get past this Ferrari. That was kind of important. So got him out of my sight. So now I'll just need to try and run away and hopefully well, make sure like it was in, well, not like in Baku, but this one was a bit similar like Baku, but we got another person right behind me who's very close and very quick. So this was a really good battle for the win for me and this Cash App right behind me. So while all the others are crashing each other into pieces right behind me, I mean, we're miles clear away from the rest of the field once again. So no surprise for me. So, and more DNFs coming down the line in this race. Sounds like it was in Mexico. And I got a warning here, so my first warning of the race. So track limits were definitely on in this race. It's like it was in Mexico. I was in it. Well, thought it was off, but it turns out it was on. So yeah, so all I have to do now, I've got a second gap. I managed to get a second gap from the guy behind. So all I have to do is stay there and hopefully, using a little bit of DRS just to get the momentum, just try to stay out of the DRS zone. Trying to make sure this corners very nicely, get a good exit, using all the ERS. I managed to get out of the DRS zone from the P2, just trying to save my ERS a little bit. But he's using ERS as well, so I have to make sure I save it a little bit. Managed to set the fast up in the race though, on that too, so got the pace. So I just need to be careful a little bit. It turns out I got a penalty on that corner, and he's got a penalty as well, so we both had penalties at the same time. So it's quite even actually. So all I need to do is stay ahead the guy in P2. He's managed to caught me up very quickly somehow, while I was just trying to save my ERS a little bit. Then coming towards this middle sector now, where we are at the moment, just I'm trying to save my ERS a little bit. I'm normally saving my ERS here, but he's really close to me, so I have to keep it on medium just in case, just to stay ahead. Luckily it's going alright so far. Just trying to keep calm and make sure I don't make mistakes at the last corner. Last corner was fine, very nicely, so using a little bit ERS on the exit, but he's got DRS this time, so I had to use ERS a little bit up to gear 8, just to make sure I have a nice gap, so he can't catch me in that. And then all the others behind me are still in the running. There's still 6 people still in the running, well 7 including myself. And they got another DNF right there, so I'm guessing one person given up, or he got crashed. I'm not sure what happened there, but it's what it is. So yeah, not too bad. So now just need to try and stay at the front. Just trying to keep it nice and tidy and just try to make sure I'm not under pressure from guy in P2. And luckily, the time I got to this bit, I managed to pull away. I think I was pulling away slightly from him, so I'm not sure he's ran out of ERS, or maybe he's ran out, or maybe he's got a little bit empty battery and all that. Luckily, I managed to get enough battery for the end, so I managed to get a nice exit again. So I'm out of the DRS zone once again. So I'm using a little bit of battery again, just in case, up to gear 8. Just to make sure doesn't have DRS. On to the next straight, down towards turn 4. So yeah, so I don't have the fastest lap again, so because someone had damage from earlier in the race, and that's how they got new tyres, and that's how it happened. Saving the ERS for that. So yeah, come towards turn 4, I managed to get a nice gap from over a second. Didn't use all my battery, so I decided to save it down towards turn 4. Not too bad. So yeah, so very nicely. All I have to do is just bring it home. Get this mill sector done, and that should be job done, I'm guessing. For myself, to win, to make it 3 out of 3. So yeah, 3 races in 3 wins, 3 simulation damage. Luckily, I managed to survive all this chaos. Apart from Baku, I was at the front, so I was okay with it. So come towards this bit now. I made a mistake here, going onto the grass. So that's the only mistake I did in this race. Luckily, it was the final lap of the race. And luckily, he hadn't got DRS and all that. So yeah, so that makes it 3 out of 3. A triple win in this race. So I'll take that all day.
I think it's all over. It is now.
Yeah, so that was a good one. Nice battle with him. Survived the last corner, but it was alright. But I managed to save it somehow. Yeah, so yeah, it might be the most DNS I've ever seen. Not just in open lobbies, but in one race. In that Baku race you just saw. So yeah, most DNS I've ever seen. That was the fiddle for today's Fidno. For this one. So yeah, so not too bad. 3 out of 3 wins. I'll take that any day. So that's from me. So make sure you like the Fidno. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. I appreciate it a lot. That gives me support, all that. I'll see you guys next Fidno. See you guys next time on F125. Have a nice day. Enjoy your weekend. And see you later.